The first step to changing and growing is awareness and understanding how you are the problem to your cause. I'm your host, Natasha K., and you're listening to Micromusings. In this podcast, we delve into the world of writing, exploring original works and uncovering the inspirations and stories behind the pieces. Our goal is to create a space where writing can inspire, comfort, and connect us all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now let's dive in. Hey, love bugs! After a much needed and thorough rebrand, we're back. And oh, did you miss a lot? First, general housekeeping. Micromusings is changing. New episodes every other Monday because creative burnout is real and I have to be realistic with what I can accomplish as a full-time student that works and does generally too much. Also, guest features! They'll be starting soon. I'm very, very excited to start highlighting other amazing and skilled writers that are in my community. Which leads to the last update. We started a Substack newsletter. The newsletter accompanies each episode and will have the full interview from our guest writers as well as writing tips, prompts, and other exclusive content. The link to subscribe is in the show notes, and the goal is to keep it free because good content is accessible content. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Life has been lifing, y'all. When I tell you if it's not one thing, it's another. Too much has happened in too little time, and I wasn't really able to write about any of it until recently, so I'm going to give y'all some old pieces for a little bit until I polish everything up because I want to put my best foot forward. With that being said, today's episode is called Problem to My Cause, which is inspired by a conversation where my homie told me that I was the problem to my cause, and that stuck with me over the past 2 to 3 years. Every now and then, when it seems like my life is falling apart, I stop and ask how I contributed to my own downfall. And I always end these journaling sessions and, at the risk of sounding mental, self-discussions with the idea that I'm the problem to my cause. Do I really know what that means? Of course not, but it sounds poetic and silly enough for people to interpret different meanings from it. Enough updates and rambling, on to the poem. Here's Problem to My Cause. When I'm not being delusional and dramatic, I'm plotting and planning on my next prospect. I would say victim, but I'm the only one that seems to get hurt. Some may call me reckless, I've even heard sinister, but I like the way he calls me trouble. It's the most accurate description yet, because I don't want what's ready to be mine. Never been a fan of what I can easily get. They say it's 'cause I'm incapable of love, but that's not it at all. More like I chase my hyperfixations, romantic interests, looking for an adrenaline rush because I'm already in love with yearning, no matter who it's for. Always wanted to give someone the world, yet tensing up at the idea of them, knowing they make my heart skip a beat, refusing to let myself even get comfy because it comes with the self-sabotage. First instinct is to abandon them before they can even think about leaving me. Second thoughts keep me unable to remain at peace. Third thing that they should know is that my body craves uncertainty. The most toxic part of me desires the thrill of the chase. Even as they lay in my arms, there's something unattainable about them, drawing me in and luring me to fall deeper, not into love but obsession, because I want to make them mine. But my vulnerability was always going to intervene, leaving me in my head in pieces, a hollow shell of how they found me. Thank you for listening to Micromusings. I'm so glad you could join me today. If you'd like to read more of my writing, visit my website by clicking the link in the show notes below or go to bynatashak.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to share it with others who might appreciate it. And if you enjoy the podcast overall, I'd be grateful if you could leave a 5-star rating. Don't forget to follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast so you never miss an episode, and to the Substack for additional exclusive content. Your support means the world to me. With love always. Until next time, I'm Natasha.